Good morning. Welcome and welcome back. Welcome to Seek to See podcast. My name is Shonda and welcome to my little world again. How y'all doing? Good morning. Today is Friday, February 7th, 2025. It's around 10:46 a.m. here in little old Savannah, Georgia, and it is around 57 degrees right now. It's mild, I would say. Yeah, it's gonna be like in the mid 60s here, close to 70 degrees here today. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice. Um, so yeah, today is starting out to be a great day. It's the sun is out. It's beautiful outside. I'm so happy that it's beautiful outside. It is, like my kids always say, it is Friday Friyay. Yes, I love to see it. I love to see it. I love when they say that. They say Friday Friyay. Let me tell y'all, this morning, my son, he got his, I don't know if I told y'all about a couple of messages or videos back. I was telling y'all how he got his first pair of Jordans, right? He asked for them, and he's really working hard in school. He takes out the trash. He does everything that I ask him to do. He's not a bad kid at all. I don't have to worry about him, doing stuff he has no business or whatever the case may be. So it's someone's bicycle in my yard. Who is that? I'm gonna check. But anyway, he's a really good kid. And so when I went to take him shoe shopping, his dad had given me the money, that's a whole different story. I ain't gonna even get into it. But anywho, his dad had given me the money, some Christmas money. And so I told my son, I said, look, since you didn't get this Christmas money until after Christmas, because I ain't gonna get into it, y'all. I could, but I'm not. What do you want? I took him to, cause I said, where do you want to get shoes at? He said, I want to get shoes. I want to go down to, cause we have an outlet mall, like maybe 8 minutes away from where we live at. We have an outlet mall. Oh, that's my granddaughter's bicycle out there in the middle of the yard. So we have an outlet mall right here, like 8 minutes away from the house. So he says, I want to go to the Nike outlet. And I said, okay, cool. That's what's up. Let's go. So I'm realizing that he's getting older because he is in middle school. He's in middle school. And so he's getting older, and it's certain things that kids want now, And I remember when I was a substitute teacher in middle school, I remember, and I know how it goes, that it just is what it is. And so he went into the store. I said, son, I'm not going to limit you. This is your Christmas money. I said, but this is what you have. I said, but this is Christmas. I said, get what it is that you really want. And so he went to the store and he got the J's, he got the Jordans. I didn't push him into doing it. I just told him, I said, there's no limit. There's no limit on what you can get. Just get what you like, get what you want. Just get what it is that you really want. It's up to you. You get what your heart desires. And he went and he looked around. And he did. He looked around. And he was just like, hesitantly, he's just like, Mom, I really want these. And I looked, I was just like, are you sure? And he was just like, yeah, I want those. I want these. And I was just like, oh, okay. I said, you are you into Jordans now? He's just like, yeah, I like them. I want them. I was like, okay. Find your size. Get them. And his eyes got big as quarters. And he went and found his size, and he tried them on, laced them up or whatever. And he got them, And I said, you know what, man? You know what? To put the icing on the cake, I said, man, get some socks. I said, get some socks. I said, because I'm going to tell you right now. I said, how I move, I can't tell you what to do, but how I move, when I get a new pair of sneakers, and what we call them Jimmies, gym shoes, Jimmies back where I'm from, but sneakers, Jimmies, whatever. We get a pair of new socks. We get some socks. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, okay. So he went and he got some socks, and they like the crew socks. They got Jordan down the side of them. But you know what? My heart sang. My heart was just so full. My heart sang. I was so happy because it was just like, yes. Yay! Because that tells me that my son is going to have a level of, he actually understands what he likes. Not just that, okay, there is a price tag on everything. It is. And I am teaching him the value of money and how he can save his money and things of that nature. But I want him to understand that, what is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? What is it what makes you tick? What makes you happy? Some of those things, those are the things that cost nothing. It's more than just money. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? And so, man, he was a happy camper. He was a happy camper that day. And so now, all the way up until today, he only wears his J's on Fridays when he goes to school. He only wear them on Fridays. And so, he said to me this morning, he's just like, yeah, it's Friday. I said, I see you got your J's out, man. You only wear them on Fridays. What's going on with that? He's just like, well, I don't want to wear them too much because I don't want to put too much wear and tear on my J's. I was like, oh, okay. He's got the school uniform, the shirt, polo shirt and the khaki pants or whatever the case may be. And so he's got the J's on. And it's like the leather, it's a patent leather, the shiny leather, you know what I'm saying? And so, and he was just like, Mom, I see you got a couple pair of J's in your closet too. I was just like, oh. First of all, who told you to go in my closet? But second of all, okay, but he's just like, you gonna wear your J's today too? I was just like, okay. Also, is this an invite? Am I in the club? I felt so privileged. I felt so privileged today. Yes. I was like, you know what, son? Yes, I'm gonna go put on my my Air Jordan 1s today, just for you. Just for you. I'm gonna do that today. And so when he comes home from school, I'm gonna have my Jordans on today. And I was just so happy about that. I was just so freaking happy about that. It was monumental. Okay, that was, for me as a mom, that was just so it was monumental in so many ways, because personally, because of I'm not gonna go into what my family has been through as to why that's monumental, Because it is a family thing as to why that's monumental as a family, because we've been through some trauma, but it's monumental because it's like my son recognizes that I recognize him and he recognizes me, if that makes sense. And so there's a connection. I'm still connected to my son. We're not disconnected. We're connected in some type of way. So that was really fun. And I was just like, but I had to play it cool though. As my had to play it cool. I was like, it's my big son. Yeah, I have my J's out today. Yeah, I got them. Yeah. But inside I was just like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. And then, and it brought me back to, when we got back from the store from buying the shoes, because my granddaughter got some shoes too, at the time. And and now these shoes he got, they were like around $100, between $90 and $100. But hers is $7. She's a lot less. But so we come home, and his father wanted to talk to him and ask him what did he get as far as shoes and that. And he told his father, and he was really geeked. He was really happy. And he was just like, yeah, Dad, I got these, I got these Jordans. I really like these Jordans. Let me, and he wanted to show him a picture of his Jordans and everything. And his father's like, who told you to get, who convinced you to get those Jordans? Was it your mother? And we both stopped like, no. And my son was just like, no, Dad, because I wanted them. I like Jordans. I wanted a pair of Jordans. This is my first pair of Jordans. I wanted a pair of Jordans, Dad. And he was just like, are you sure? Because it seems like it's your mom who wanted you to get them and not you. And he's just like, Dad, no. Like, I really wanted to get a pair of Jordans, and mom said I can get them. Well, son, you could have got 2 pairs of shoes for the price of 1, maybe even 3, if you had looked. It's just like, and I had to rip, I not really rip, but, I was just like, what, son, I cut the conversation short because I knew where it was going. So I told my son to go in another room while I talked to his father. And that's when I commenced to chew his motherfucking ass out. I ran his ass in the motherfucking ringer. Excuse my vernacular, y'all. And y'all know this is a place where we can be safe and we can say what we want to say, how we want to say it, and we can just let out what we want to let out. But let me tell you something. I gave his ass the goddamn business. Because, like I said before, our family has suffered a lot of the kids have suffered a lot of trauma. And so, and with my son being in middle school and with him really trying to, kids are trying to fit in. They're trying to discover themselves. They're really trying, you don't want to alienate a child even more because of what they really want. Don't make them feel bad because of what they want. It's not okay. And so I gave him his goddamn rights. I read him his rights up and down. And I told him, I said, look here, you son of a bitch. Excuse the vernacular. I said, you don't do that. You don't do that. I said, because what you just did was you made him feel bad for what he really wanted. And all because you didn't do what you were supposed to do in a timely fashion. And maybe you had to go out and scuffle up money here and there to get right with these kids over here, because we know what you did with the money you had in the beginning. You was out here, child, don't get me started. But I said, you don't put that off on him. That's not fair. He just wanted what he wanted. He's a 12-year-old kid. You don't do him like that. So yeah, so today, for me to be able to connect with my son in that way was just huge for me. I was really happy about that. And I was happy to see that he does, when he do get things, he does take care of them. It's not like he get a pair of shoes and he just run through them, run through the mud, run through the rain. No, he does take care of his shoes. He does take care of his things. He's not a bad kid. He doesn't, he's not disobedient and all over the place. And, where he's a huge disciplinary, type of kid in school, where the teachers are always calling me every other day or every week or whatever because he's doing stuff. He's not like that. So for him to grill him in that way, I was hurt, because if you could see the look on my son's face, it was just like, gosh, man, all because I just wanted a pair of Jordans, man. And that's when I had to stop the conversation. So that was big this morning. And that's leading me into the next subject matter. And that is the basketball player. I was looking at this article yesterday of Anthony Edwards for the Minnesota Timberwolves, of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I guess he was having a sexual relationship with a woman. And I guess how old is he? He's like, 23 or something like that? 32? No. He's 23. And the woman is 38. And the child is now 4 months old. And he told her at the time to terminate the pregnancy when she became pregnant. But she decided that she did not want to do that. So when it came to the going to court for custody and things of that nature, he went to court and said that he does not want to have any custodial rights. He does not want to have any visitation rights with the child. But he is willing to be financially responsible. And he feels this way only simply because he told her he wanted her to terminate the pregnancy. Now, what say you, fam? Now, here's the thing with that. This is my opinion on this. As a man, and as a woman, on her end, you both are grown. You're having relations with each other. She's obviously somebody knew that somebody wasn't using condoms or birth control or whatever the case may be. Okay, so pregnancy is looming somewhere in the air. Okay, pregnancy and even STDs. Because obviously, nobody was even thinking about STDs. Why? Because she got pregnant. So nobody was thinking about STDs either. Okay? So, a part of me says, okay, I get it. He wanted her to terminate the pregnancy. She decided not to. And so he feels as though he does not want to have anything to do with her or the child. Okay? because he did not want that with her. He did not want a child with her. He just wanted to have sex with her. And I get it. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, you knew what you were doing when you were having unprotected sex with this lady. And she knew too. Okay? We're all adults here. We're all adults here. If I, knowing at my big age that I can that I can get pregnant if I don't use protection, and even let's just play devil's advocate here. I'm perimenopause, because most of us ladies in our age, at my big age, we're heading into menopause. Okay, 49, heading into menopause, right? So, but I'm still having a period. So pregnancy is still an option. It's still on the table, boo-boo. So I'm saying? So I'm going to take the precautions to do what? Birth control is right here in this arm right here. So it ain't no slip-ups nowhere. Even though I may not be sexually active, there's no slip-ups nowhere. So these are two consenting adults who decide to have unprotected sex. And it's almost as if he's trying to blame her for this pregnancy. That's how I feel. It's like he's trying to blame her for this pregnancy. It's like, no. You were just as responsible as she was for this pregnancy. She just decided not to terminate. Now, guess what? That leads me into a different subject. Remember when I was saying, not on the last episode, which was last night, but the one before, when I was talking about how my brother was saying how women have all the power. You see how she executed her power as to whether she brings a child into this world or not. He don't have no say-so in jack shit. See what I'm saying? He can ask her to terminate a pregnancy, but that's all he can do. But he cannot make her do anything. And she understood very, very clearly the power that she had. And she was wielding her sword, honey, or her wand, whatever you want to call it. She knew and she understood her power. And this is what my brother was trying to get me to understand, which I clearly understood it. And that's what I was saying, across the tarot table and on here, that as women, we have to understand the power that we have. And now, all that he can do is try to use the powers that be is the judicial system. That's all he has left, is the judicial system to back him up. But really not even that, because why? He still has to pay child support. He still has to be responsible regardless. He still has to be responsible. So, ladies, you have to remember, you have all of the power in your hands. So when these men tried to control, which I believe he tried to. I believe he had other men in his ear trying to control her. But she knew. She said, oh no, sucker. I got control of this. You don't. Because at the end of the day, they both laid down and had sex together. He knew that, okay, he knew good and well in his head, just like her, this woman can get pregnant. He knew this. So that's why he is giving up. He's giving up his money. He has no choice. Let me tell you something. Men do not have control over nothing. If us women can understand that, we would be a lot better off. They don't have control over nothing. And she just exerted that. She just showed that that men don't have no control over anything. But this right here. That's it. We control whether human beings come and go. We do. At the end of the day. So, now I do, some women were saying that they had to give him kudos because he did take financial responsibility. No, I can't give him that. No. I can't give him that because he's still not being responsible. He's still not standing up and being a man and being fully responsible for what he did. He's putting all the responsibility off on her. No, I don't give him no kudos for that. No. Because a real man does what? A real man doesn't just give financial responsibility. A real man says, you know what? I made a mistake. Not even a mistake. I made a choice. Every time I slept with this woman was a choice. Not a mistake. This was a choice that I made every single time. And I knew, looming in the back of my head, in the back of my brain, that if I sleep with this woman unprotected, that there could be a sexually transmitted disease or a child. He knew this, but he kept going. So no, I can't give him any kudos on just being financially responsible, because now you have a child here. And so, now you're just going to say, okay, well, give me kudos for just being financially responsible. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. What you want, brownie points? What you want, accolades just for doing that? No, stand up and be a real man and be responsible and be a responsible father to that child, just like if you have any other kids. You did the deed. Now you have to take care of the responsibility. Period. Whether you wanted to or not. Because you was a willing participant when you was up in between the legs. Honey, you was a willing participant, baby. You showed up on time. Probably gave gifts and everything else when it was time to get it on up in that room. Or wherever y'all was at. Oh, baby, you was in there like swimwear, baby. You was participating. Taking the clothes off. The whole 9 years, baby, you was in it to win it. But now you not in it to win it when now it's another human being. No, he's a punk. That's what he is. He's a punk. Hiding behind his money. And using the judicial system, which a lot of men do, to hold up for being cowards. I said what I said. Now come for me. I'm a grown woman, and I can hold my own. Come for me. So I said what I said. He's a punk and a coward, and he need to be flogged. And where is his daddy at? Because his daddy, if his daddy didn't tell him, his daddy should have told him, you a punk. Because how dare you, and you get your raggedy behind in public, and as a daddy, you get your raggedy behind in public on television and all whatever it may be, and you embarrass me as a father. You embarrass me like this, boy. Please, you better get your raggedy behind on over there, and you better take care of that child. And if not, and if you ain't gonna take care of the child, I will, cause I'm her pawpaw. That's some of my blood running through her veins. How about that part? See, yeah, I said it. But see, we on this channel we gonna say the things that ain't nobody else gonna say. Cause people scared. People scared. Now come for me. Come for me, baby. Come for me, cause honey, I come back for you and eat my fruit just like that. And he's a punk, and everybody who's helping to hold him up ain't nothing but ass kissers. And yes, men, and yes, women. That's all they are. If I was his mama, I would tell him, son, get the fuck out my face, man. Get out my face. How dare you embarrass me out here in these streets? You already embarrassed me by going out here sleeping with women all over the place unprotected, but then you're going to sit your raggedy ass up here and claim you don't want to claim this child. You don't want no custodial rights. You don't want no visitation rights because you mad because this woman didn't want to get rid of a human being. Get your regular ass on away from me. And I would call her on the phone, tell her, bring that baby over here. Bring the baby over here. I don't give a damn what he talking about. I don't give a damn what whoever woman he got kids by, who he married to. Bring that baby over here because that's my grandchild. Period. Period. But see, we don't want to hear that part. We don't want to hear that part. He raggedy. He is extra raggedy. Extra raggedy. And like I said, I'm old school. I'm going to keep it 100. He raggedy. And if don't nobody else say anything to him, sit him down and talk to him and tell him you've already made a decision that was messed up the first time. Here you go making another decision. You're raggedy the 10th power, now you're raggedy on the 20th power. Nigga, what you doing? Get up out my face. I ain't claiming you. Hell no, we not claiming degenerates around here. And I even tell my own kids that I'm not claiming you and your shit. I don't care. Child, I done got too invested, honey. It's time to go. Let me eat my sandwich and my fruit. I got a reading at 12 noon, y'all. I love y'all. Look, if y'all want, I read tarot too. Come on over to Seek to See Tarot. I read for Capricorn number 1, honey. That's always a number 1. I read for Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Virgo. Okay? I think I'm going to start throwing in a collective, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Now, when I say collective, that means all signs. I'm not sure yet about that. I don't know. So, but if you have those anywhere in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, come on over, check me out, okay? All right, so I'm going to get off of here so I can eat my food and I can go ahead and meditate for the day and get ready for this reading. I love you all. Gratitude, Ashe. Namaste.